Hello, this is the last time I'm speaking about that because I'm quite fed up. I've been putting up with a lot of bullshit on Facebook and the web. I think that many people who are they have common sense and are extremists and they don't like bullshit are just left Facebook and left all these forums and groups because I cannot believe that such an amount of simpletons and really childish people are active. I try to reestablish reality that, and this is a book called, and they call Standard and Irish Tuning. So it's not my I showed this. This is a textbook method for tenor guitar, and is for people who play C, G, D, A. If you watch, sorry, the article on Wikipedia in English, they say tenor guitars are normally tuned in fifths, usually C, G, D, A, similar to the tenor banjo, mandolin, or viola. Although other tunings are also common, not standard, they say normally tuned, such as guitar tuning, Chicago tuning, or baritone ukulele tuning, DG, which would be very easy for me because I play baritone, or octave mandolin tuning CDAE, like a mandolin or violin, and various open tuning for slide playing. The tenor guitar can be also tuned like a soprano concert tenor ukulele using variant versions of C, G, C, E, A. Though books are available for the standard tuning above, books are also available for more esoteric tuning such as C, G, D, A. Okay, to make a long story short, they don't call standard tuning, but so called regular tuning. Let's see. Languages. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. Languages. Okay, Français, I speak French. I understand French, I used to speak. Oh, les guitares Tenor sont habituellement accordées à la quinte. Ok. L'accord normal C, G, D, E est très ouvert, very open. Et dans l'instrument, un accordage inhabituel, c'est un do, sol, ré, la. Allows also to play, to move from one chord to another chord very easily. Okay. Deutsch, I don't understand Deutsch. Portuguese, I understand Portuguese. They say what they say. Not much. They don't even speak about the tuning. So to get the gist is, you can call normally tuned or standard tune, normal, standard are more or less the same thing. I've been called dictator for having some rules. I said, well, let's stick to the standard tuning for most part. 70%. I mean, 1 out of 4 links, one is about other, I could say deviant, no, is judgmental, other alternative tunings, and for the most part, otherwise you the instrument would be the only instrument that doesn't have a standard tuning. I mean, if I play a violin, I know the way a violin is normally tuned. I know the way a guitar is normally tuned. I know the way a tenor banjo is normally tuned. The tenor guitar would suffer from a lack of identity. I mean, it's just some hardware that you tuned any way you want, which is can sound like, oh, that's so fascinating or so open-minded, but at the end of the day, it doesn't render a good service to the instrument because the instrument has no identity. And that's too bad. So I say, well, since books are for this tuning, core books are for standard tuning or Irish tuning, which is a mandolin tuning. I think that it was born to allow mandolin players to play a guitar without a learning curve. And this is the tuning that was popular at the beginning. I see no other instrument that has... I mean, people even doubt the way it should be tuned normally. Okay? So I said, well, since method like this, most of the posts of good players, historical players, are tuned like this. This is the origin of the instrument. This is what make the instrument peculiar. That is what make the instrument have a niche. Okay, because the voicing of an instrument tuning in fifth is so different. Whilst the Chicago tuning is easily achievable, just not playing the two strings of a guitar. The instrument's much shorter, but I don't think that guitar players can buy 3/4 kit guitar and take off the two last strings and just play the instrument. That doesn't... I think people who actually took the pain to learn the instrument, except for banjo players who already know more or less same technique, different sound, more or less. All the other guitar players who want a different instrument and want a really different instrument learned the way the standard tuning, and there's no doubt that the standard tuning is CGDA. That's what books say, that's what Wikipedia say, and that's what experience and historical records say. This is the most common tuning, and they even doubted that this was the only... If you... my idea is many people wanted to enter the community or tenor guitar players, having the idea of playing something different. They are not playing something very different from a guitar. I wouldn't say it's like a guitar, because if I say that, I would subscribe to the idea that a baritone ukulele is like a classical guitar with two strings without two strings, which is not exactly the same thing. But also that is the reason also why a plectrum guitar is not a tenor guitar. Somebody told me, why don't you say that? Oh, for Christ's sake, you want to be part of a group called Tenor Guitar, and I have to tell you what a tenor guitar is? I don't understand. I don't understand why I have to take for granted that most people are just stupid. I mean, why should it be a part of a group if you have no idea about tenor guitar. I've not seen any information. I've not read any information on Wikipedia, on websites, and I would say that most of websites take for granted the standard tuning, the original tuning, the tenor banjo tuning is the damn it, is the one. Sorry, there's I have to buy something against mosquitoes. They take for granted this is standard tuning. For some reason, that's not the case on Facebook. No, no, no. They want half or more than half of the posts. They want to be free to say that I call standard tuning is so-called standard tuning, so-called by me and by professionals like Tobe A. Richards. Go tell Tobe Richards that he's dead wrong. He has no right to call that standard tuning. And go tell Mark Phillips in the introduction that it's tunes CGDA. Lately, as I look for interesting alternative traditional, although standard tuning. Okay, standard tuning. Okay, is in fifth. Some people tune a some people tune a tenor guitar differently. Okay, so if I say pancakes, don't tell me, no, it's not pancakes, it's flapjacks. No, some people call it flapjacks, but universally, in standard American English, it's pancake. Okay, there's always some jerk that want to play. Oh, I know better. Okay, so that's the gist of it. Okay, what should I do? Nothing. Getting rid of that wood. I mean, I don't want to be the leader of a group of people who don't know the first thing about what a tenor guitar is, what a standard tuning is, what is the history of the guitar, and they don't know anything about books, textbooks, methods, and so forth. I can understand there are some different secondary tunings, but starting from the point that there is a standard tuning for the tenor guitar, it would be the only instrument that has no standard tuning. Guitars have standard tuning, mandolin have standard tuning. Nobody would even think, oh, G, D, E, G, D, A, E is not standard tuning. It is the you call it standard tuning. For Christ's sake, all these string instruments can be tuned in different ways. Okay? I can tune a baritone guitar almost like I no doubt there are one or two standard tunings, starting from the low A instead of low E, lower, for a baritone guitar. Okay? I can tune have an open tuning for a guitar. I can tune half a tone lower, one tone lower. Yes, I can do whatever I think, but we know for a fact what is the normal tuning people start. Nobody will end, very unlikely somebody would end learn a guitar without knowing to play and chord shapes and scales in standard tuning. This is the only instrument. Okay, I don't think it is, but some people want it to be like this. Nobody can call. It's like this transgender. There's no sex. There's no male or female. You cannot call all this politically correctness. You cannot say mankind. You have to say humankind. Because it's politically correct. You cannot salesman. You can say salesperson. I don't like this, but they try to do that even with the tenor guitar. Oh, it is so cool. That's so cool standard tuning. And I say, fucking, well, you know that nobody in English use fucking. It's a very rare word. It's never used, and people get are outraged by the simple sound of this very, very rare, derogative, vulgar fucking word. Or the word fucking. The fucking word fucking. Anyway, that was the point. That's the point. They use the word fucking. The point is that it expresses my state of mind. Okay? I was like, what the fuck are they writing, these people? These people are... I said I would leave a quarter of the post to be free about other tunings, but I want to keep a steady course. I want to keep a basis of what a tenor guitar is all about. No, I'm a dictator. Somebody said, but you posted something about all tunings accepted. He didn't understand. I put a post of another group, like, you want to go there, go there. There's another group where all tunings are accepted. Here is, you can post other tunings, but we just don't want to be most of the posts. That's something they cannot accept. Having rules in a group, having an administrator that takes seriously its job or its role, and have no problem expressing its points of view, because let's speak out, there are administrators, there are rules in groups. I'm not the first one having rules, and my rules, they don't seem to be that strict. I say I want to keep the group having a majority of posts concerning what expresses also the majority of our members, because if out of 100 members 20 left, assuming that all those who left are followers of alternative tunings, or somebody can maybe stay in even if he played another tuning, because he doesn't think that having a group that expresses in sports the majority of the members, if you think that out of 8 tomorrow some people can leave more, but let's say out of 125 left, it makes perfect sense, because I calculate 75% of the posts have to do with standard tuning. That expresses exactly the ratio of people who play standard tuning, assuming these are the people who did not leave the group. Okay? I say, no, for Christ's sake, It's not that you were elected, I was elected. It's a group. If you like the rules of a club, just leave the club, okay? I have to change the name of the group just to avoid further quarrels, arguments. Okay, I won't have. Okay, from this point on, let's call it standard tuning. And some people say, ah, it's so cool, standard tuning. Yeah, so cool by me. Okay, 20 minutes is a long time. I think you are going to watch this. I'm one of the few people who do these things, because many people don't have the courage of their views. I do have that. I have no problem, make no bones about what a group is all about, and I don't get offended if people leave. Obviously, if you provoke me and call me a dictator, I can call you a stupid person, because I don't think you know the real meaning of the word dictator. Dictator is in a land. You are not free to leave the land, and these decisions are important for your life. Being a group about the tenor guitar, when there are several groups and it takes 5 seconds to leave the groups and enter another group where you know this does involve the reality and the totality of your life, has nothing to do with being a dictator. Just the simple fact of writing these things is completely stupid. I had the right to say that's completely stupid. Okay? Everywhere you go, there are dictators. Your job, there's a boss has some rules. I don't think you call him dictator. No, you don't have the guts to do that. Maybe he's 10 times more than I am with this group, but you don't have the balls to do that. Since you're nothing to lead to... There's another. To lose. Killed.